Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to USEC Live Online Learning M3. USEC stands for UNISA Science Engagement Center. So we certainly are doing our best to reach out. And thank you so much once again to our online participants for joining us for this live session. And for those that are watching the recording, really appreciate it for taking the time to watch the recording. Please note that we've got our social media pages. We are live on Facebook, which is ISET Lego, and on YouTube, we are ISET UNISA. Just subscribe there in order to check out the latest videos. And also, for those of you who have any general queries, please don't hesitate to email us on i-set@unisa.ac.za, and we'll certainly attend to your emails. And without wasting time, I'll hand over to Meneer Johannes for the house rules. Otherwise, enjoy yourselves.
Thanks so much, Tomelo. Welcome again, everybody. We only have a few small house rules for today. We would like to ask everybody to please mute your cameras to save data and bandwidth. Also to keep your microphones muted to keep all the background noise to a minimum. If anybody has a question at any point in time, please feel free to raise your hand. Or if you have some mic problems, please use the chat area. And please enjoy the session. Over to you, Dr. Gous.
Awesome. Thank you, everybody. Yeah, here we go again. It's the month of September, and so September schedule, and here we go. Welcome. I see we've got a couple of new names in the chat, so welcome, everybody. And thank you for joining us. Yes, indeed. So today we're going to do M3. For those who have not found the UNISA MOOC portal yet, Tomelo will be doing his brief introduction to the M3 site just now, and then what's for this session we are introducing our virtual gear competition, which is a robotics competition. It's available on the MOOC portal, and it's available till the end of November. So it gives you lots of time, and basically, if you missed it, like the 30th of November, I think we've left it open till the 2nd of December. So there's a little bit of grace there as well. So, but it's really exciting to have you with us. And I think without waiting any more, well, as they say, without wasting more time, let me start my presentation, and then I probably need to share my screen, otherwise you won't be able to see anything I'm doing. So maybe that's a good idea. All right. But it is really exciting with this virtual gear competition because we've had several iterations of it. And okay, so I'm just going to ask that you can see my screen. There we go.
Yes, Dr. Gous, I can. Okay, I see now the teams.
There we go. Okay. Bit better.
Yeah, it's now on. Okay, going to
All right.
slideshow now. Yes.
There we go. Excellent. All right. So really welcome. We are going today just to give you a brief introduction to the Virtual Gear Competition 2022. Very exciting. We've got some videos as well, so to kind of guide you in your thinking. And then what we'll do, and we'll introduce all the robot missions in the Virtual Gear Competition. And then tomorrow we will start how you put the missions together to form a strategy, and then how do you debug that. Unit 2 and Unit 3 kind of run over each other. So how to debug, how to test, how to measure risks and constraints, and then finally in the final ones, how to do a presentation to make sure that your learners have learned what you think they've learned, and that they actually get the acknowledgement and that the robot's successful. So, all right. So you've met most of the team. Cabello and Anzani are officially on the road. They are off to the SciFest Expo. So today it's just Tomelo and Casper and myself in the sessions. Okay, and as usual, we have some navigation information. This time, these recordings will be available on the M3 site, and as always, we've got the ISET email address, and any other basic questions. Tomelo is also available. Okay, and Tomelo, he's going to guide you through the MOOC portal for M3 at the end of the session. So let's just get through the session, then I'm going to give Tumelo some time. Oh, so just maybe to show, this is what he's going to show you. All the virtual, you don't have to take notes, all the virtual gear competition information is available, and Tumelo will take you through that one just now. All right. Okay. So here, there we go. There's all the general class culture. So what we're going to do today is we're just going to prepare, I'm going to identify all the parts of the problem and how do you identify and how do you move forward then from that. And then how do we pull everything together? How do we debug it? And then how to present it. The cool thing is the virtual gear competition is kind of part of your learning, and you can be the coach to enter a team, or you can get a couple of friends and see whether you can enter the competition. This is one of those competitions that's got no age limit. So really pick your category and enter as a team. Okay, and it's part of the learning. You can complete the M3 learning without entering the competition, and you can enter the competition without doing all the learning. But really to have a kind of get all the benefit of everything is do both. And the questions are not that difficult. All right. Okay. So and we'll go into what the competition's actually about after this, but kind of on a higher level. Why do we do this? Well, there's these things called 21st century skills, which we really want to equip our learners with. And it's again, if you have a competent and confident educators, you will have competent and confident learners. Okay. And these 21st century skills really need development rather than teaching and learning. You develop them. All right. So in that thing, how do you define the problem? So you'll have to know what your problem is and where you are going to with your solution. And then how do you apply problem solving? And then we'll discuss that within the virtual gear challenge. All right. So if you have a team or a class of learners, there are these 21st century skills that you are kind of aware of. The first one is problem solving, and you will know that in a team of learners, there are different ways that your learners will solve problems. Some of them will be very intuitive. They'll know exactly how the problem comes about and what the solutions will be. Others are more practical. They need to see it. They need to write it. They need to draw it. Okay. Some are the socially sensitive are kind of how does it impact and how are we going to do it, and there's logical. But that is what makes a team. So whatever you're doing with robotics and problem solving, remember that you're working with a team of learners and everybody is maybe a little bit different. Okay. Then the critical thinking about it is you need to ask the question. So what are you doing? What are you taking from where? How is the robot going to do that? How on earth who is going to program what? So there's all those questions that you need to have answers for, that you won't maybe have one answer. You'll keep asking the same questions. Okay. Creativity is not that straightforward. Okay. What you do want to do is encourage your learners to think differently. And so for a long time, we have not put videos on to say this is how you could do it, because what happens is that learners think that you need to copy it. There are, please, we do have videos to share with you, and we've got some really cool videos, but that is not the only way of doing it. You can do it differently, and we really encourage you and your team when you're going through the virtual gear challenge is to maybe think, well, can we do this differently? Can we do it more effectively? Can we do it quicker? Can we do it? Yeah. Okay. And then innovation and imagination is it's part of your learning process. Okay. You have to, as a coach, remember you're the coach. You have to encourage innovation, imagination, maybe thinking of doing something a little bit more differently. Yeah. Okay. There is no option to register a team of one. Everything is collaboration and teamwork, and you will always get much further if you have collaboration, teamwork, and know what your strengths and your weaknesses are. Don't force learners to do something which they don't really. And as a team, everybody will bring something to the team, and so you have to work as a team together to solve the problem, knowing that each member of the team has something else to contribute. The last one is about how you do it, and I would really encourage you. lots of paper, lots of pens, a lot of thinking, a lot of notes, okay? But encourage your learners to do incremental and iterative learning, okay? So you cannot solve all the missions in one afternoon. You can't write one computer program and then think that everything is going to work. You have to choose a mission, analyze it, decide how you're going to do it, then program a little piece and a little piece and a little piece, and then put the pieces together, and then that's how we're going to do it. And that is all part of computational thinking, incremental pieces that you can program. All right. So let me give you some history of virtual gear. We have been hosting it with Texas Tech University since we first started collaborating in 2013, and then we did one version in 2014. And then in 2015, we kind of launched it. And at the time, we were doing it America, Germany, and South Africa, and we were doing it with Skype. And that shows you how in the process we have, and every time we have adapted it, we are gracious enough to say there's a better way of doing it. All right. So in 2020, well, we just rolled out 2020's competition. And then 2020, that became just the COVID year. So then in 2021, we did 2020's competition. And then we decided this year we need to have a really cool competition. And the fun part of It's a Party is that most of the stuff is edible. So you might need to buy more than 3 slabs of chocolate. You might need to buy more than 1 packet of sweets. So I'm just saying. But it has to be fun. Okay. Yeah. So I'll explain what the competition looks like. It's just a fun way of getting into a competition and having learning as well as fun. All right. So the virtual gear competition for 2022, it's called It's a Party. You need to deliver a gift. You need to pick up a cool drink. You need to sort some sweets. You need to collect some treats. You need to stack some sweet slabs of chocolate. And then just for the fun of it, your robot needs to have a party hat. And you need to make that. So there's a bit of creativity in that, just for the fun of it. All right. So in everything, when you sit back, okay, so what is the problem? Where are we going? What have we been given? What are some solution options? You could do mission 1, mission 2, mission 3, mission 4, or 5, but you probably won't be able to in the 2 minutes. Remember, 2 minutes only has 120 seconds. So you will really need to refer to the challenge document. I'm just also just saying there's a lot of little missions that you can do. If you need more time, please let us know. If you're having so much fun and you want to do something differently, please let us know. But so this is the focus of this virtual gear competition is about the learning. Initially, we ran it from January to June to prepare teams of learners for the first Lego League competition and teachers as well. Is somebody unmuted? Okay. All right. So the whole time, you must be very aware that you are learning rather and trying out new ways. Okay. So this is our mission field, and you will get this is 114 centimeters. That's 114 centimeters. You can print the mat if you want to, or you can just put it on the back of a table. Or so this is all these lines are just black insulation tape, and you put the things on here. Remember, you're not competing against another team. You're competing where you are, and so that is really important. The mat that you set up is the mat that you're going to compete on, which makes it a little bit different, but never mind. Okay, so your robot would start then here in base, and then would move to there, and move to there, and move to there, and move to there, and move to there. Okay, so that's the layout of the mat. It's a Party, and you only have 2 minutes, which, as I said, is 120 seconds. All right. The party parade is kind of a little bit extra. Just go back there. Okay. So if you get all the, so you've got to do 5 missions. So if you go, well, so what is the size? Well, the robot has to fit into base. Attachments, if they're multifunctional, that's great. Do you need sensors? Well, you tell me. Do you think you need sensors? Read through everything and then decide, do you need sensors? And if you do need sensors, what are you going to use it for? Okay, and then you start the navigation. Where are you going from base to that one, base to there? Do you need attachments? And how are you going to program them? And then do you need sensors? And the sensors, how are you going to program? So you have a list of requirements. And again, I come back and ad nauseum, get lots of paper, get lots of pens, write mission 1, mission 2, mission 3. What do you need? It must be a team effort, and rather have lots of discussion and lots of things and lots of thinking before you just go and start and build a robot and let's just go for it. Let the teams first analyze. Remember, we're in problem solving mode now, so you really need to solve the problem. Okay. There are problem solving techniques. There's a whole list of them. Okay, and some are a bit more logical, and other parts are not quite so logical. But what I really enjoy and what has worked with me with teams is a lot of brainstorming. Everybody gets the same list of the missions, and then we kind of think what we're going to do, sketch it, role play it. Lots of drama. Even if you act it out with your hand. Okay, so the robot must go to there, and then it must drop that, and then it must fetch that, and so you need to be able to discuss, can we do this mission and this mission together? Can we use the same attachments? And so that becomes a discussion. I just also want to caution you, don't always listen to only one learner in the team. The team has many learners. Okay, let every single team member have their say. And one of the ways that you can almost make sure that everybody has a voice is to have, say, if you have a team of 6 learners, put them in 2 by 2 by 2, and then each 2 pick one of the missions that they want to do. Okay, and then they take ownership of that. And so then it becomes the collective. The team contribution then becomes the collective of the team. All right. So once you have the problem and the requirement, you can like solve every part. But also the robot mustn't go out and come back. That's not part. So the one part is to go there, then do something, and then come back. So there's at least 3 parts, and then you combine the parts. So also just on game strategy is you need to have an order, of a logical order of who goes first, who goes second, who goes third. How are we going to do this? This is all part of discussion. Discussion is kind of good. And a robotics class that's very quiet is never a good sign. They need to be able to talk, and they need to be able to share ideas, okay, without only one voice over the time. What you do need to do, there does need to be time to collaborate when you're thinking of a challenge, okay? And each part of, that's what I was saying, if you have each part of a group within a team, it really helps to document the decisions. Even if you have a little text, one of these little notebooks, and every time you come together, just write. It doesn't have to be neat, it doesn't have to be perfect, but it's a document of how, and keep the diagrams. And it's good to reflect a team that comes to a competition and says, no, they only built one robot. I wonder. I really wonder. And then, then you think, oh, really? There needs to be some changes. There needs to be some ongoing thinking as you prepare for a challenge. Okay, so but what? So this is one of the videos from press from the tubing program. I'm going to show you some videos from this year's. But if you look there, the robot is out of base, so that's not good. Okay, and so the robot goes forward and goes over and delivers it well, perfect. All right, okay, but now it's not in base. It's got to go all the way back to base. It's got to go into base. So we've added some videos on purpose to show you wrong starts that get penalties, wrong ends that get penalties. You have to actually read the rules. The rules say it must start in base and it must finish in base. All right, so let me go to the next one. Let's have a look here at this one. I think this might be, okay. So again, this is you've got to go out and go and fetch it. So there in the middle there's a little box there. It's got to go and fetch it. So if you have your robot starting, off it goes. It's in base, great. It goes there, it fetches it, great, and it brings it back, brings it back, brings it back. Excellent, it's in base. Now it's in base, great. Oh, and a robot's missions are only declared, oh, that missed it. This one, out of base, not worthwhile. In, collects it. All right, so that's not going to count because a robot didn't start in base. That didn't get back into base. So you see, every time you do a mission, you've got to actually then just end it. I've done this. Okay, so this was our very first EB3 virtual gear challenge attempt. That was way back in 2015. We won this competition hands down, of course, but the important thing is you see that it's a combined effort. The kids have got to work together. They've got to work on the missions together and get for success of the whole thing. All right. So where do you find more information? It's on the M3, which Tumelo is going to show you now. The competitions are there. The link to register is there, and the competition missions are there. All right. And so, oh yes, that's there. And you can have as many teams as you like. I promise you can have as many teams as you like. So I'm just going to finish here, and then I'm going to show you. I want to show you one of the videos. Let me just quickly see whether I can. Okay. So this is, I think this one. No, this one. All right. So here are some of the videos, and hopefully you'll enjoy.
Just waiting for it to come through, Dr. Ghas.
Yes. Okay. Can I just show one video? Yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Here we go. All right. So here, let's do the jelly box. Okay. Here we go.
Yeah.
All right. So there's a jelly box. You have to drop the jelly box. Okay. There it goes up. You put the jelly box on the robot. Remember, this is not everything that you have to do. There we go. There it goes. And drops it in there. Perfect. Okay. And the robot, that's one of the options. Okay. Remember, there are lots of different options. This is our very first. Okay. Maybe I'll show you one more video. Let's have a look. Oh, no, that wasn't the right video. All right, so let's have a look at the cup of sweetness. There we go. All right, so there it's got a cup. You see it's a different kind of attachment. It's got to hit it on the square and it's got to come back there. There we go. All right, everybody good. So I will upload a whole lot of videos for you. Let me just stop sharing. I will upload all the videos over the next few days, but it gives you an idea of how you're going to do it. All right, I'm going to hand over to Tumelo, who's going to share where you can find all this information.
All right, thank you so much, Dr. House. Once again, for online participants, thank you so much for paying attention to today's session. And for those that are watching us online, thank you. I feel like for you, it's also you missing out. But now let me just share my screen. Let me just do this. All right. Okay, for those of you, for the purpose of this, let me start all over again. For those of you who have not joined this MOOC portal, the MOOC portal can be found at mooc.unisa.ac.za/portal. And then from there, just underneath the UNISA logo, you go to new account. And then you click on user ID, create your own user ID, first name and last name, as well as your email address. Create a new password and verify it. And after you download that, you'll include your username and your password there. Then you click on login. From there, underneath the UNISA logo, click on membership. Under membership, you should be able to see this written membership, my current sites, my official course enrollments, as well as joinable sites. You click on joinable sites. From there, you'll scroll down looking for ISET Lego. I almost said ISET Lego. You look for ISET Robotics 3. And then because of I'm already a member, this is what you'll find there. And then you click on join. And then as soon as you've clicked on join and are able to access the M3 portal, this is an overview document that you will see. And for those of you who like to find out more information, what I normally say to people, please ensure that you read step by step, and all the steps are underneath the UNISA logo. There's announcement, pre-MOOC assessment, Unit 0 overview, and then syllabus. This is what Dr. Hoos was talking about earlier on. When you click on the MOOC M3 overview document. That's where you'll find your assessment template, as well as the M3 overview. And yes, and then you click on the unit PDFs, as well as these are some of the resources that you'll find here. And then these are your units, unit 1, 2, 3, and 4. Your grade 2, your portfolio submission after you have completed such. And then the links to the sessions will be found here. But for the purposes of this, we'll certainly upload these because all of these links have been uploaded on the first session. But I hope everything is clear, and we do welcome emails regarding any problems related to this. Thank you so much.
Tumelo, can you just, sorry, Tumelo, can you just show quickly the competition, the virtual gear competition, where all the documents are? You went a bit quick there.
All right.
Sorry.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Dr. Host, for that. Simply go to syllabus. Virtual competition, right? Which one?
Yes. The 2022 virtual gear competition. It's a party.
Oh, we are partying in here. There are sample videos. I see there are no sample videos from my side.
No, I'm busy uploading them now. You can't go there yet, but go just above it. It's
This
a party.
one. Oh, okay. Sorry. Oh, let me just simply explain this. So if one needs to find this, they'll simply have to go to the UNISA logo. Underneath the UNISA logo, click on syllabus. Underneath syllabus, go to 2022 virtual gear competition. It's a party. Then when you click on it, those are the documents that you'll find. For example, it's a party mission details, categories, definition rules, team registration link and information. It's a party score sheet, and it's a party materials list. I think
I will upload the sample videos hopefully tonight or tomorrow morning first thing.
All right. I'll certainly remind Dr. Host on your behalf to our online participants and those that are watching online. I'll take that.
You can have a look. You can have a look on Gone Tubing. There are some sample videos as well. Down.
Right. It's Gone Tubing. There it is. Oh, that's sample.
Down there. So there are some sample videos. There's a document with
so when you click on video document, you should find the links. Oh, nice one. All right. So for those of you that are using a Spark Prime a Spark Prime robot, this is some of the videos that you'll find. And then for an EV3, these are the videos that you'll find as well. All right, I hope I made sense. Thank you so much. Is there anything else from Dr. Host or from our participants?
Any questions?
Hello.
Yes.
This is SS Mabida from Capricorn Civic College, Polokwane campus. Can we are trying to send email addresses so that we can have a recorded of this session. Thank you so much. Can you email it to us? Thanks.
The recording's available for download. They will be uploaded at the end of the week, and then you can watch them on this portal site.
Thank you.
Okay, cool.
All right. Is there any other questions regarding to the MOOC portal? Or should I ask our online participants who is not registered on the MOOC portal so that we can have a one-on-one session and conclude this quicker? Anyone here who's not part of the MOOC, who's struggling any? Oh, by the way, every Fridays we have sessions. Yes, I see. Oh, sorry. Every Fridays at 3 p.m. we've got general troubleshoot problems regarding MOOCs. So this Friday we continue where we left off. I see we've got a hand from Odette. I can't hear you.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you. Come again? Your speaker seems to be bad.
It seems like the microphone is giving some problems on their side.
your microphone seems to not be clear with that. Do you mind typing on the chat, please? And then I'll take it from another hand. Let's see, is it Garrett? Jared.
Good afternoon. Can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
I just want to ask the assessments on the MOOC portal and the Word document that you must submit for this. Will there be substantial overlap since the questions seem quite similar?
All right, I'll hand over the question to Dr. Hose.
Okay, so the material that we have discussed in these live online learning sessions, that is the basis for the submissions. The focus is trying to get the application of what we discuss in the sessions through participation in the competition. So that's really just a theory submission, and then the practical is actually doing the competition. And to reflect on how you are applying what you're learning with your team of learners. But you're welcome.
Okay, no, that's good.
Is it excellent? Okay, all right.
Any other questions regarding the MOOC? Seems like everyone here is part of
okay.
the MOOC portal.
Sorry, Tumelo, I see in the chat, Odeti says she's the one that's not registered on the MOOC.
Oh, I just replied to her. Sorry.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah, there's my reply there. So I forgot to send a send. Thank you so much, Dr. Hose.
Yeah, Dr. Hose, we also had a question on the size of the mat.
Okay, so the mat is I think it's 1.4. It's all on the I can't even think anymore now. It's on the information in the document, but I think, let me just check here. It's 1.4 by 114 centimeters by 114 centimeters in total.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah. Awesome. For those teams who are just starting out and want a really good introduction to kind of understanding what robotics is about and how to get a strategy together and how to string together missions, it's really a fun way of doing it. I'll be putting up all the videos on the site. We're also doing a practical session with some learners, and I'm going to ask them whether they can also share their videos. So it'll give you, and if you watch the site, you'll get some different videos, but you'll also get a better idea that it's really every team has a different interpretation of it. It's just to see how they tackle the challenges. Yeah. All right. Okay. Excellent. I'm very inspired by the we've got a lot of new names in the group, and it's really great to have you on board. So just in terms of which robotics kit you can use, you can really use any robotics kit. For demonstration purposes, we just use the EV3, and we also use the Spike Prime robot. And any flavored chocolate will do, and any flavored sweets will do, and it's really part of the learning. If you have a team that is often going to eat your sweets, you might think of using something else instead of sweets until the final round. Yeah. All right. Any other questions? I want to see if I can find another video for you.
Doctor, may I ask another question?
Absolutely, absolutely, go for it.
Doctor, when in the sample video you showed the attachment that put the jelly in the tub,
Yes.
started from the bottom. Can it start from the top and you can just place it? I think it's jelly tots this year. Can you just place the jelly tots on it, or must it lift and then you place it on and let it go, drop it?
No, you've just got to take the elements from base. So you'll see that there's on the mat there's a kind of a space where the robot needs to fit into, as long as the robot's in base. But it's really important the robot is totally in base. If you want to have a different kind of attachment, that maybe the attachment already stands, it doesn't have to move, the attachment stands like that, and you just put the jelly box on, or the sweets or whatever you're going to put on there. You just need to hold it there. That's also fine. If you have any queries of what's allowable and what's not allowable, you're welcome to send us videos and say, can we do it like this? Yeah.
Okay, no, thank you so much.
All right. Okay. And I think it's also like if the cup doesn't have to be the plastic red one, there can be a paper white one, or whatever you have available. I think the important thing is the learning of how do you move from this is the problem to this is the solution. How do you move the jelly? How do you move the cup? How do you move I'm just also thinking, I'm not sure how many of you are already on the coach mentor group, but there is also a really cool competition. If you have teams that already have kind of maybe a couple of months experience, there's also a robothon coming up in September on the 24th. That's also just, we want to create these opportunities for learners to engage in robotics, to go in the problem solving mode, like this is the problem, how do we get to the solution? All right, I want to share one video quickly, and now I hope I'm sharing the mic. Let me just have a look here quickly. All right, let's have a look. I'm always this is not sharing.
We can see the screen, Dr. Huss.
Okay, hang on a minute. I'm going to reveal my whole world here. Okay, here. Okay. So here is these are all the gear missions. So this is our test. So you see, this goes from the different. Okay, so it's going to do. There we go. It's going to do the jelly. It starts in base, and it drops it in the. There we go, and then it goes back. And then I don't know what it's going to do next. Let me see what it's going to do next. So then you can move it in base. You can move it differently. It's turned slightly. And it's going to bring the juice back. What a well-behaved little robot. Go. Okay. And then it's going to take see the juice was on its one side. It's got to go that just before it falls over. There we go. And then I think they changed the attachments again. Now we've got to get the sweets into that egg container. So it's got to go there and drop the sweets into. There we go. Well done. Okay. You see it's not in the same container because you only put one sweet in one egg cup. Okay. Now it's going to take the cup. Yo, that started quickly. There we go. And that one was. It's got to go. Oh, that's the chocolate. This is the one that's going to be eaten. This is the mission that's going to be eaten. Take it, put it down. There we go, perfectly. And this team is very optimistic that all three are going to be on the same. You can only carry one. If you read the rules, you can only do one. You'll notice that this little robot she starts the program, and then, I don't know whether you can see it there on the left-hand side, she's got a touch sensor. So then she.
Hello, Patricia.
Hello. There we go.
I cannot see your screen. I don't know what is actually happening here.
You're not seeing my screen.
Maybe that your incoming videos is turned off, maybe.
Your
I can see your
videos?
screen. I can see
videos?
your face. Yes, I can see your face, but now when you share the screen, I cannot.
But what Casper is saying is on incoming videos, you should be able to see.
Sorry?
There's a setting on your settings. There's a setting that says turn on incoming video or turn off incoming video. That will probably, sometimes that is the problem.
I'll share another video just now, and then we can test it out. Okay.
Yeah, because okay.
All right. So I hope, as an overview, you understand there's a list of missions that have to be done. The order in which you do it is up to you or your team. You can use the same attachment for all missions. It's going to be a little bit of a stretch. I don't think it's possible, but and I would really go for getting your teams to, you see, the focus is to get your learners to develop problem-solving skills. It's not to look at the list of missions and say, I can't do this. But it is to take one mission, another mission, take them part by part, take each mission, solve it, decide how you're going to program, how you're going to build it, and then put it all together, and then make sure that the whole thing fits in 2 minutes, which is 120 seconds. Yeah. And then to be able to say your mission always starts in base and goes out and does something. I don't think for these, it's a party. I don't think you can do multiple missions in one run. But we'll get to constraints tomorrow, or I think on Wednesday. I think it's, yeah. All right. Any other questions for myself or Tumelo or Casper?
Dr. Gous, yeah, so you said you will elaborate on that tomorrow, but I just want to know the 2 minutes, is that 2 minutes edited in video, or is it consecutively to attempt the missions from start to finish? You only have 2 minutes.
Yes, you only have 120 seconds. So if you want to score, you say on your marks, set, go, and you start. And after 2 minutes, that's what you score. Yes, that's what you've got a score sheet. And only after 2 minutes at your final, that's how you score your robot. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. And the learners may only touch the robot when it's in base. Okay. You see, when learners are in a classrooms, they always kind of grab the robot like, oh, it's not working. Okay, but we really want them to realize that you can only touch the robot in base. This is part of a bigger vision. Okay, so then when they go to other competitions where it's a little bit more hyped up and you are in a venue with a whole lot of robotics teams, they're also not allowed to touch the robot. And then you get penalties, unfortunately. Yeah. Okay, all right. Tumelo, we're getting a lot of questions here. Okay, Tumelo, I see Tumelo is getting quite a few requests for. There we go, Tumelo. You just keep talking to them. Okay.
All right, no problem.
And then I see Lynette is also. All right, Lynette, I see you are a UNISA student, and that's us. For us, that's really good news, because then you can volunteer. If you're on the Florida campus, Tumelo is in the hub most days. Next week we're off campus. Next week we're in KZN the whole week. But maybe just also maybe contact Tumelo and get your details. We are running for the UNISA students. We are running on 5 regional offices. We're testing it out. Also, we were going to go, and then the campus just closed down. So this is it's almost like at last. So we're on the 20th and 21st. We're on the Florida campus and on the Sunnyside campus, and then we're going to Vaal, and I don't know what that order is. But there is an application or a link to register at one of the regional offices, and we're going to do some robotics there as well. Yeah. The cool thing with UNISA students, we kind of, you volunteer for the program, and then we train you, and UNISA students usually get sent out to do science expos. And so Casper is a UNISA student, and Tumelo is also a UNISA student. Yeah, but it'd be good to have you on board. Yeah. It's good for graduateness of UNISA students, and UNISA's got some phenomenal students. I'm very proud of them. Yeah. Okay. Tumelo, I see you getting lots of requests.
Yes, so the chat is busy this side, and I'm interacting with them also via email. Thank you so much, dear participants.
Okay.
And for those of you who also would like to send us an email, our email address is iset@unisa.ac.za. There you go. You should find it on the chat box as well. Over to you, Dr. Gous.
There we go. There we go. All right. Okay, this has been a really cool interactive session. I'm really grateful for this. Yes. So virtual gear is available on the MOOC portal on the M3, and it's part of the learning of a robotic strategy, of putting missions together, of deciding. I will set up the mat tomorrow, so we can actually do some practical how do you plan to do things. But hopefully that video that I showed you now gives you some idea of exactly how everything fits together. Okay. Oh, Tamelo, you're really getting lots of questions here. All right.
To our participants, I really enjoy having questions from you, and I see how and when are you going to be trained if you are not a UNISA student. So with this, it can be done via arrangements. For example, as part of this session, you are being trained. So that's the first step. And then if you need your further training and more guidance on this, you are welcome to even send us an email and we can take it from there.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And Tamela will also show you where M1 and M2 are, and all the recordings are there. And we're just going to break now for 10 minutes. Everybody can run and get a fresh cup of coffee. And then what we're doing is we're going to unpack the first Lego League competition in terms of engineering, programming, and how you do research mixed up with that as well. A different type of competition, but all part of the bigger picture of getting learners developing their 21st century skills. All right. Okay, so I've got a question here from King. Is there any certification after training? So there is, you get a certificate if you complete the MOOCs, M1, M2, and M3. And currently you get a certificate. We are working towards MOOC badges, and we're hoping to implement that as soon as possible. Hopefully, well, it depends on the systems, but hopefully by next year. But currently you get a certificate. There are also 2 more MOOCs available, also on the MOOC portal that Tamila showed you. Those are the DBE MOOCs for digital literacy and for coding and robotics for grades R to grade 3, which you can do. And I know those 2, DBE 1 and DBE 001 and DBE 002, those 2 MOOCs have got SACE accreditation. So you'll get your SACE points if you complete those portfolios as well. All right. Excellent. All right.
Oh, we've got a hand.
Got a hand. Okay, great.
Anytime soon. Here we go. Yes?
Yes, thank you. I just want to know about TVET students. Can they also enroll and complete these MOOCs? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Which TVET college are you at?
Capricorn TVET College at Polokwane campus. We are offering ITC. And we're about to introduce our robotics for 2023.
We need to actually talk. You know, that could be an option if we have one TVET having a robotics competition against another TVET college.
Thank you.
Okay, we need to keep contact, okay?
No problem. I wrote my details here that SS is from Capricorn TVET, Polokwane campus ITC department.
That'll be a cool idea. Hey?
Okay, thank you.
Awesome, awesome. I like. Very exciting. Sure. Now we really need coffee now. All right.
Okay, for those of you who have more information or more queries, please don't hesitate to email us, and then we'll take it there. And I just realized, Dr. Host, that I think from next month we can do it twice. We can do our MOOC portal sessions twice in a week, Mondays as well as Fridays. Awesome. So that we can guide more participants, because I see we have more teams, more people. For example, like Ms. Mabida just said, she has a team in a TVET college, meaning that I can have a nice session with everyone in their team so that they get enrolled and I get to guide them as a team as well.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
We'll appreciate that. Thank you.
Cool. And
oh my goodness, I just got a nice email chat here. It says, can you assist me if you want to enroll a special needs group to participate in the Eastern Cape? Do you have trained volunteers that can assist me in the Eastern Cape?
Okay, so I'm glad you asked that question because I'm very aware of our special needs learners that need that. We are actually having a session in October. We don't have enough volunteers for that, and we don't have enough really, and it's on my heart. So let me see, Annika. If you can send me an email, that we can definitely set up a group. I've got a couple of other centers, and I think we need to now have a combined effort. We need to put everything together, and we need to work towards training volunteers for that, specifically for that. I would really like to get involved in it. So Annika, can you send me an email? Okay, so Annika, if you can just, Tumelo, do you have Annika's email?
We'll certainly look for it. Can Dumalako, they will be able to do these challenges. Yes, that's why I think we are talking to you, Annika. Kindly please unmute yourself or perhaps share your email address with us, please, so that we take this conversation further.
We have to take it further. Yep. And also find out exactly where in the Eastern Cape, because then we need to put that onto our planning.
Definitely.
Okay. All right. Sure. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you have now 5 minutes to go and fetch fresh coffee, and we will see each other then together at 4 o'clock. All right. And then we'll take it just in the next step. All right. Thank you, everybody. Thanks, you customer. Thanks, Tumelo. And we'll see each other again at 4 o'clock. All right.
All right. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.